Coming in here, very common in this tournament. And suspense is killing me, Noah.
Probably Ilios.
It is.
Yep, it is Ilios. So
all right.
We're going to swap it up next week, guys. Don't worry.
All right, we'll see if we see that Pharah sneak out. We're going to start on well, it looks like. So excited for that potential. We saw it versus FaZe at MLG. It was a while back now, but the patch hasn't come out yet. Still tough to find that consistent DPS, but Half-a-Cool, they saw so much potential in him. They picked him up starting at DreamHack Winter.
That's right. So time to move into Ilios. Kongdoo Panthera with their 3 new members to the roster playing against a pretty strong-looking Fnatic coming off a semi-final finish at MLG Vegas. It's been time. Teams have been able to practice. Now they got to put action. Let's go to Ilios.
Get it.
Welcome to Ilios. We've got a lot of pillars.
Actually going to be starting on Ruins. The graphic looked like we were going to well to start things off. This is where we actually saw Half-a-Cool playing the Pharah against FaZe mostly. Doesn't necessarily mean he has to play it or anything like that. I'm just saying it's definitely something where we might see him switch to it. Staying on the D.Va for now.
Yeah, it's certainly a point that you can work the Pharah on, but not something that's necessary by any means. Looks like pretty standard comp for both teams so far.
No surprises here from Panthera. The solo soldier triple tank. You could take a picture of that Panthera comp right now and put it in your solo queue games, play on a Korean ladder, and everyone will be very happy with it.
Yep. Buds, of course, playing a little bit of Tracer here. Used to be generally IDDQD's job to pick up that hero, but here we are in a new world without IDDQD on the starting roster, and Buds is taking up the mantle. So, fight on the high ground begins. So you gets an early lead here.
All right, Bud's already finding some pick-off damage at the back here. No one actually able to deal with them, and it's actually really doing quite a number on the team right there. There's a pick onto Luffy. He gets out with the recall. Heals up.
Fnatic just kind of grinding out a kill onto the Ana, and losing Luffy early means no early nano boost, and that's really, really going to hurt Kongdoo Panthera in terms of when they're going to be able to take this point back as Fnatic gets the control percent building early.
Definitely true as Half-a-Cool tries to control this high ground. Everyone's kind of zoning here. The approach, cool Matt on the Zarya. Going forward, and really tough to get through this choke point right now. Kongdoo probably should just conservatively poke at this point. We see the nano boost. This is the early nano boost you're talking about onto cool Matt. He's doing so much damage at 75 energy.
Man, tons of energy, tons of damage, and Fnatic just pushing forward. They do lose Custa on that Ana, so they're going to have to be a little bit careful. Evermore getting the kill, playing that Zarya rather than the Roadhog this time around. And Fnatic does need to be careful, backing off now. Rascal doing some damage with that tack visor, and it looks like they're going to have to seed control the point for the moment anyway.
I think the only one thing you could say about why that happened overall is Fnatic got overextended out there. They went way too far. They had control of the high ground. They had the early nano boost, which is so important as you mentioned, but Custa went for it there. They didn't get too many kills. They did a lot of damage. They got D.Va's robot. They got her mech. And then that was about it. Then they were caught out there, and then they lost Ana, and the rest is history.
I think you're right. Oh, there's the Graviton Surge, though. Fnatic fighting right back. They got to get through that sound barrier. Oh, no kills. Went for the bigger bang with the self-destruct, but not finding a lot. And Kongdoo Panthera actually fighting back with a pretty successful defense thus far.
Great reaction time there by Bling to get the sound barrier down immediately to kind of mitigate that damage as Waka Waka came in. He got the counter kill. And already now, at this point, Kongdoo will pass Fnatic in terms of capture percentage here.
Yeah.
Evermore does have this Graviton Surge. The rest of the ults, pretty low at this moment in time. Fnatic, though, on the same side of things, only really having that Earth Shatter and Sound Barrier. It's going to be hard to engage this, but it looks like they're going to commit to it. Moving forward now is Stoop. Looking for that angle. He gets shielded.
Wow, okay, they're going to go deep. There's the charge to get out of the Graviton Surge. Stoop jumping right back in it, though. They did manage to finish off Evermore. And now it made it be Kongdoo Panthera, actually, that pushing a little bit too far ahead. Stoop gets dropped by the Earth Shatter, but manages to pop back up before dying. A lot of kills on the Panthera side, but maybe a bit of revenge here from Stoop. He does take out Luffy.
Oh,
They need more.
So desperate there to attempt that one. Rascal is just going to clean up house now that he is dead.
Yep.
I feel like that's a moment where, as Reinhardt, you probably just want to die and respawn for the next point. Not only does he die here, but he loses that very important ult. So Rascal did get so many kills, and that might actually just be all she wrote with no ults available. They're about to have Hoppy Cool's self-destruct, but that's really going to be all they have. Buds with the pulse bomb too.
Yeah, just a lone pulse bomb. Hard to make a big play with that. Gonna go for it, looks for the stick. Don't think he got it. No. That did not work out. And now, Nano Boost onto Fissure. Fissure does take out Stoop. And Kongdoo sitting on the point for the moment. Stoop's so low right now. And wow, yeah, just nobody can deal with Rascal. Nobody's touched the Soldier 76 in a while, and just free firing the entire time.
Yeah, and that's going to be all she wrote. There's the sound barrier, and point number one, a one-sided first map here for Panthera. For Fnatic, I really feel like the issue comes down to that missed Earthshatter that was wasted. They could have done so much more with that. Then right afterwards, they had a great follow-up plan. They had one push left. They looked for the pick on the Reinhardt so they could get kills with self-destruct. They're looking to get rid of that Reinhardt shield, the block there, so they get the follow-up D.Va ult. Unfortunately, unable to get that pulse bomb kill. And then, as you mentioned, just so much damage coming out from Rascal there on the high ground.
If you're a global team, it looks like control maps are just cursed at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, we have not seen a global team win yet. If Fnatic is taken out here on Ilios, that means in the opening week, our Western teams will have not won a single control map, which is pretty shocking, actually.
Yeah, it almost feels like there's a curse.
A little bit, yeah. All right, well, here we go. On to Lighthouse now.
Stoop's like, I don't want to get too far ahead.
Same comp from Fnatic this time. Evermore on the Roadhog.
Okay, Rascal just doing some poking here as we reach this neutral zone. Big heal deny, but no follow-up yet. We're going to watch this Tracer duel. It's very important. Actually may set the stage here.
Yeah. Well, Kongdoo Panthera approaching this very carefully. They don't want to lose the first fight. They want to get that superior ult economy up. Luffy gets the kill and a half a goal. That's big to take down the D.Va early. Not quite sure how that happened, how they ground through that D.Va. Evermore looking for a bit more, trying to chase down Buds. To chase him away anyway.
Yeah.
Waka Waka with 3 actually.
So aggressive Buds there to actually try to challenge that alone as well. Perhaps should have just backed off. He was being greedy. He wanted to build up more ult percentage.
I want to go back and see how Waka Waka managed to pick up 3 people.
Yeah, maybe we get an instant replay. I'd love to see that. He did do it without ult. So.
One wonders if there's maybe a big move there. Hard to say. Oh, Rascal getting caught by half a goal. Fnatic fighting back. They've got the numbers advantage for the moment.
No ults, unfortunately, but definitely the numbers advantage you mentioned. There's the kill onto Evermore as well. This could be their point ultless.
Waka Waka just trying to survive on the point as long as he can. Goes ahead and pops a self-destruct just to buy a bit more time, get a bit more percentage built up. And Kongdoo starting to fight back here, actually. Hafakul on his own, and Fnatic looked like maybe they had a chance there, but Kongdoo Panthera turning it around.
Yeah, really well done. Good time buying there. Rascal does have this pulse bomb. Looks like he's going to try to sneak it in here. Nothing to pair it with at this moment in time, but still could get a nice, juicy pick off here. Cool Matt does have the setup for a potential big bang here with Buds and that pulse bomb ready. That's definitely going to be their, mode of operation here. Looking for the angle here. He's coming in from the side. This is what he's looking for.
Trying to avoid that defensive matrix. He does manage to get it through. There's a big bang. Doesn't do a ton of damage. Rascal does take out Cool 69 in response. And meanwhile, Stoop onto the point. Now Bud's hooked by Evermore. Fnatic with the numbers advantage, though. Looks like they're going to be able to flip the point.
Yeah, definitely so. They've got a good opportunity now to take this game back into their hands. They do have the Earth Shatter. Bud's actually going to switch off the Tracer. He's been hooked perhaps 1 too many times, and Rascal actually going to bring the fair. It's not going to be Hafakul today, at least not right now.
Yeah.
And Bud's actually switching once more to the Soldier, so definitely some perhaps dispute as to which hero is going to be the best for them here. Switching off the hit scan now into the...
Well, Bud's certainly a little bit better at handling the fair on the 76 than on the Tracer. There's the sound barrier for Panthera. They're coming in. Kills already for Rascal. Don't think Fnatic was quite prepared despite the swap to the Soldier 76. And that is a convincing teamfight win for Kongdoo.
This is really frustrating for Fnatic because all they're going to have to engage again is Sound Barrier with only 20% left to go.
Yeah.
This may be a one map for Panthera. They don't have any defensive ults. Waka Waka soon to have that defensive self-destruct.
And Buds needs to be very careful here.
Oh,
and that is exactly what they needed to avoid, because now, long time till Buds comes back. long 5v6 situation at a time where Panthera is already up to 95 control percent.
They're going to have to pop the sound barrier early to desperately try to get onto the point. There it is. Vonadil does drop it down, but it's not enough here as Rascal just does free damage.
And not a lot of protection right now. Self-destruct as Waka Waka gets back into the mech, avoids the pin. Rascal finally gets the kill on the stoop there, and here comes Buds. Looks like Fnatic may be able to turn it around. Wow, that was risky, but Buds comes back just in time for the cleanup.
Him standing there for a moment makes me feel like he's definitely getting pumped there in the booth for that one. That was a close call. Waka Waka with a self-destruct there attempt. Rascal also dropping down that ult, not getting as many kills as he would have liked to, getting stopped super early there. But he's going to look for another one. But definitely a lot of ults used there from Kongdoo, which means Fnatic has a good chance here still yet again.
Buds seemed to get a little bit more comfortably here. There's a Graviton Surge. Buds free firing into it. Cool Man getting a lot of damage done too. Earth Shatter, with not a lot of people left. They finally finish off Fluffy with it though. Here comes a few more members of Kongdoo. They're pretty staggered right now as far as spawns go. And Evermore with the kill on Cool Man 69. It's definitely a bit of a brawl all over the place. Fissure goes down. And Fnatic looking to move in and continue trying to hold this one.
Okay, Buds here going to just go ahead and drop down this biofield.
And it's a hold.
Yeah.
All right, we may end up with 99 to 99 pretty soon here.
Absolutely possible. Rascal does have another, Rocket Barrage available here. Buds is going to look for him, though. He has his own tack visor. Here he comes, and he's even going to go ahead and use it with a nano boost.
Wow.
Will he be caught by Buds? It's the duel! He gets Buds first! That's huge! This could be their opportunity to retake the point. A boop as well here, attempted on a bundle, he gets it!
Massive problem for Fnatic right now. Got crushed in that team fight, and Kongdoo gets a point back again, and with the kill on Augusta there, it looks like it's going to be a 2-0 on Ilios for Kongdoo Panthera.
Very well done there. That was all Rascal. He knows his biggest threat is a Soldier 76, especially with a tack visor. He turns on him immediately, gets that kill, and that essentially won them the map there, winning the second point. Very impressive. Rascal really on several different heroes on this first map, Ilios.
Yeah, nice adaptation, realizing that the Tracer wasn't working out quite as well, swapping to the Pharah, and it did wonders.
The funny thing is, normally the natural enemy of a Pharah is a Soldier 76, but it felt like in this game, the natural enemy of the Soldier 76 was the Pharah. Chasing Buds down several times there, eliminating him outside the spawn as well.
Well, if you hit those body shots on Soldier, it does become hard to aim consistently. You do get in trouble, and you did see other situations too where Buds unfortunately died apart from the rest of his team. That caused some problem for Fnatic, and in the end, this time Rascal won the day.
Oh, we're gonna see that Waka Waka.
I'm pretty sure. Let's see what happens here. Ah, yes.
Oh, you were 100% right.
There's a big boop, and then finishing off some low health members after that, I guess.
Still a cool boop. I'm into it.
A nice little play by Waka Waka.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
first map goes in favor of Kongdoo Panthera.
You know what they say about Pac-Man? He eats a lot of stuff too. That's the term. It's Waka Waka. I assume that's where his ID came from. Is eating the ults, man.
That or Fozzie Bear. Could be Muppets related. Who knows?
I'll have to ask him one day, but
yeah. Well, we're going to the escort map.
That's right. We have available in this one Eichenwald, Kings Row, and Numbani.
Yep.
This map pool. As Hopicool's got his modder at a pretty sick angle there. Intentional or not, I'm impressed.
Yeah, you see some of those players, like you watch Zebasai play sometime, and he has like one arm like looped all the way back around his keyboard almost. I don't know. But then there's that one player too on the one of the Korean teams. I can't remember which one off the top of my head right now that plays with his knees up.
Yeah, there's another Korean player, I can't remember, that plays with a wireless mouse. I mean,
that's just completely insane.
The list goes on, but
yeah. Do you really need to get rid of the wire?
Yeah, I mean,
get a mouse.
Use a mouse sponge. Look at Evermore's got one.
Yeah.
In fact, most of these players do.
And he's the best player on the ladder.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Big tip out there: if your cord's bothering you, get a mouse spongy.
Oh, I love mouse sponges, man.
Let's see which map will be our choice for the hybrid in set 2.
It's going to be
Eichenwald. Wow. All right. Or Germany. Wow, 50-50. I know we talked about the stats. It's not a lot of games played just yet here, but
yeah, not a big sample size, of course.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if Fnatic can bring it back on Eichenwald, and if history is any indication, yes, they will be able to bring it back on Eichenwald, because every single match so far, Korea wins the control map, global team wins the hybrid map.
And
We'll see if Fnatic can keep the trend going.
We have seen Vonathil play quite a bit of Symmetra as well, so on the defense, that's something we could potentially see. This is not the Symmetra map, but we've seen it a lot in Korea, especially in promotion, so perhaps.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Time to go to Eichenwald. Fnatic looking to tie things up. Let's get in the game and see if they can do it.